Hi there. Well, back in the 70s, it was probably a bit of a golden age for comedies on TV, and on ITV, they had theirs as well. Some great ones, some awful ones. Some programs, there was a pilot that was put out and it was tried in the audience, see what the response was, and if it wasn't very good, then they didn't proceed with it anyway, and it didn't really get off the ground. But this is something that I liked at the time. Rising Damp. Now this book, a celebration by Richard Webber. This gives an overview of Rising Damp. It goes into each of the actors that appeared in it: Leonard Rossiter and Francis de la Tour, Don Warrington, and so on. And it goes episode by episode, and it gives a background of what that particular story was going to be about, and the characters that were in it, the supporting actors, actresses, and what roles they played, and what did they think of it. Did they enjoy working on it? It was devised by Eric Chappell, the comedy originally. You can see a couple of clips there. There's one with Leonard Rossiter coming out of a coffin. I vaguely remember that episode. And there's the skeleton. There used to be a skeleton that appeared in Steptoe and Son, if you remember. Anyway, it says here about Richard Webber. He is a writer and journalist specialising in show business and, in particular, classic comedy. He's contributed to a host of newspapers and magazines, including the Daily Express, the Mirror, Sunday Mirror, TV Times, blah, 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 blah. He's the author of several previous books about classic television programmes, including the best-selling The Complete A to Z of Dad's Army. I think I've actually got that in the loft because I'm a big fan of Dad's Army, and I'm watching the reruns at the moment, and very funny they are indeed. This book, it was published by Macmillan. And there's also a reference here about BOXTREE. Now, I've had various publications there. It's various books, and there are a couple that are like a book in a box. So I'm not sure of the publishing date, but it was £15.99 when it was released, and I didn't pay anywhere near this. It says here, genteel establishment. See, this is the card that would have been in the window. If you were looking for a bed sitter or anything, or to have lodgings, you might see some of these things in newsagents' windows. Genteel establishment seeks respectable professional person or other for own room in exclusive residence to share house with a Rigsby proprietor, war hero and gentleman of uncommon social standing. Talks about Miss Jones. As for Rigsby, I think many people during the 60s and 70s at some time or other, if they'd had a flat or a bedsit, would have come across such characters as Rigsby, and depicted here by Leonard Rossiter. All the characters are so well drawn by Eric Chappell. People I've spoken to about it, they have their favourite episodes that make them sort of hoot with laughter. Now, this will be one of those series that people will say, "Oh, you shouldn't be watching it now. It's not really, No, it could be a bit offensive, but still. Anyway, at that time, it was a good laugh, and unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you view it, tastes change, and some people keep, the same, like the same things. In here, if I can find you, there's some photographs there. There's Rigsby with Miss Jones. And when Miss Jones is going to get married to Rigsby, I think that's the film spin-off that they did for it. There we go. Charming character. Richard Beckinsale, I think he had to wear a wig in a lot of these episodes, because at the same time he was recording Porridge on the BBC, and he had to have shorter hair for that, not longer. Some lovely black and white photos and some promo photos. It even tells you where the rehearsals took place for each episode, all the people that were in it. It's a belting book. I've got the full series of Rising Damp in a box set somewhere about. I think I might dig that out, because I only occasionally see it on TV, and often those episodes, they've just been cut, maybe a minute or 2 minutes taken out, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing this. Maybe you've been unaware of this book. Maybe you're a fan of Rising Damp and you'd like to pick something up like this. Copies this knocking about on eBay, I think sometimes on Amazon even, but it is worth checking out this. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please tick me a like, because it's great for the channel, and I look forward to you being here again. So have a great day. Bye for now.